Welcome back to Full Circle, Florida. You'd be forgiven if you thought a year after Hurricane Ian hit Fort Myers Beach that it must be making a comeback. That's the story people want to hear. That's the story some politicians want you to believe. But the reality is far more complicated. I found that out this week when I visited the neighborhood where I reported from in the days after the storm. Here's a preview and a follow-through on what we found.
I didn't think we'd get used to it, but we have.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of a way of life at this point. So.
Yeah. How are things going now, 6 months? I mean, the last time we saw you was 6 months after the storm. Now it's a full year. What would you say?
You know, there's days that it feels like we made a ton of progress, right? And then there's days that it feels like, gosh, what have we really got done in the last, I guess, 365 days? But I think overall as an community, the island has, come together, very resilient, and made a lot of progress. But there's still a lot to do and a long ways to go. So,
are you surprised by that, or is it about what you would have expected? Say where you were maybe the day after the storm, and you were looking around.
Probably surprised. Obviously you saw the aftermath of Ian, right? There was just it was terrible. So. If you really think of the scalability of how quick we did get a lot of stuff taken care of, cleaned up, it's pretty impressive. But then, like I said, there's days it feels like things have moved so slow. If you go down to the south end of the island, it's like, there's just a lot of homes and buildings still just sitting there that haven't been torn down, or piles of debris.
Right.
And that's sad and frustrating, but everything takes time, so.
It does take some time, and it takes a lot of patience as we bring in our political analyst, Dr. Susan MacManus, back with us this week. It's great to have you back, by the way. Good to see you.
Thank you. Had a wonderful vacation away from politics. Now I'm ready to go.
Right. That's how you keep sane, right?
Yes.
Well, I did go down to Fort Myers Beach and Sanibel Island earlier this week. And while everyone understandably wants to put a positive spin on how things are going a year later, there's also, everywhere you go, at least on the beach in Sanibel Island, still a lot of damaged buildings. That area still looks pretty beat up a year later. Homes, businesses not open, people telling me they're getting the runaround with insurance. I'm just wondering, obviously the governor's off running for president, everyone knows that, but why don't you hear the governor or Senator Rick Scott even taking more action about that particular area a year later? That place, I'm sorry to report, looks lost. And no one seems to be helping. There just doesn't seem to be a sense of urgency.
Well, actually, just this last week, the Commerce Department of Florida filed a grant request from the U.S. government, Department of Housing and Urban Development, for $910 million. And that's just to handle stuff left over from Ian, which of course was the big storm that hit the area you were just talking about. And obviously, other counties have asked on their own. It's just monumental. That figure alone is not anywhere near what it would take to really fix Florida. But what we're having now is one storm and one kind of disaster piling on another, and it's hard for governments to catch up.
It just feels like we're playing Russian roulette every hurricane season, and we've got our fingers crossed that we're not going to get whacked with another hurricane. I mean, the town of Perry's going through it right now. Where are Republicans on the idea, though, that climate change, or whatever you want to label it, is a real issue, that it's changing lives, whether it's hurricanes, fires, floods? Vivek Ramaswamy called it a hoax at that debate. DeSantis seems a little bit more open to it because he lives in Florida. He knows the true cost of it. But isn't this an opportunity for Republicans to own this issue that younger voters care about, and one that a lot of folks think should not be a political issue?
Well, what we see happening in the term climate change is a lot of research that's showing some complexities that we don't think about. Yes, we know that it is a top priority for younger voters. And yes, young Republicans are trying to push the party in that direction. But what we're seeing across the country, including Florida, are some very interesting things. The extreme weather that we've been experiencing all over the country, whether it's fires, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, droughts, you name it, has raised the awareness that has now been linked to climate change opinions. So if you are a person that lived in an area that's experienced extreme changes in the weather over the last year, you are much more likely to see a real problem in climate change and to want something done about it. But even there we have a split. Half the country thinks that climate change is caused by human problems, and human inactivity. The other half thinks, 40-some%, that it's just a natural pattern of weather. Only 7%, according to these polls, show that there are people who just don't believe in it at all. So it is a problem that's recognized.
All right, I want to get to something else that happened this week. Mitt Romney says he's not going to run for re-election. He said that the country needs a new generation of leadership. Something that I think resonates with a lot of folks right now. The current crop of politicians, Republicans or Democrats, they're doing a lot of talking, but none of it seems to be about us. You hear a lot about Hunter Biden and his legal problems, Trump and his legal problems, but not a lot about the issues. Romney is saying it's time to focus on that, and he's one of the last few remaining moderate voices in the Senate, and he's going bye-bye.
Well, there's no question about it that the public is at a nadir, a low point in what they believe that government officials are doing. They have very little trust in any of the national leaders, and whether it's Congress or the presidency, even the Supreme Court. They also are very, very disenchanted that they're tackling the problems that they really need to be tackling. And there's a fear, there's a voter fatigue setting in, which it could be problematic for both parties in the next election if people just wash their hands of politics.
And everything you said, I think, means there's an opportunity, a vacuum, a void for one leader to fill, and he would get a lot of confidence. He or she would get a lot, exactly, she would get a lot of confidence with people right now that want to hear that. All right, we'll talk about the auto workers strike next, plus the latest with Hunter Biden and the impeachment inquiry, our final thoughts on the week that was and the week ahead. Full Circle Florida continues.